Oof, it's dark. Hey everybody, went out today, did a couple of estate sales, and I thought I'd show you what's in the Jeep. So, come right over here, and I've got that box, that pan, and that wonderful bucket right there. So, I normally don't go into how much I pay, but let me just tell you, it wasn't a lot on this. Nice vintage Girl Scout hat. It's got the, let me see, zoom in, focus, focus. There we go. And so as you can see, that's got the vintage Girl Scout tag in it. Why is that not focusing now? It's supposed to be autofocus. Well, anyhow, you can see the Girl Scout tag. Okay. We got this Voice of Music tape recorder. It's not a tape recorder. It's the accessory. It is a nice little microphone. Good condition, it looks like. Has not been tested, so I do not know if it works. And it looks like it's got a nice cord with it. So, sorry. There's that little microphone. You can see my Jeep. It's cleaner than it was. I didn't do the video when I took out all the vices. I took out 9 vices about a week or so ago. I got these Couple and Esser horsehair brushes. And then whatever this, I'm not sure what the brand is on this one. But they're cool. A couple of wood handle putty knives. These Dorman cases. I'm collecting up a bunch of these to put them up as a lot. Because they're, when people get the set, they're almost always missing one or two. Found a Garfield pen, which is probably not going to focus for me. A pair of buttonhole scissors. Modern plumb bob. 2 of these nut cracks. They are for splitting off a bolt, a nut off of a bolt that's been rusted shut. You can crank these onto something, or onto the rusted or stuck item, and it will break the nut so that you can then remove it. I got 2 sizes of this. I can't decide if I'm going to sell those or keep them because I could use that on some occasions. Onto this tray. Just a vintage wooden handle. Not sure if I'll use that for something for myself. This is a little rusty, but it's a good L. Pratt. This sale advertised tools didn't have a lot of tools. This one advertised tools had a fair amount. So I'm going to use this bucket over here. Got a chisel. It's a little bit busted up, but it's a chisel. Another wooden, oh, that's a nice one. I don't know. See, this thing isn't focusing right for me, but let's see if I can make it focus. Anyhow, oh, there, you might be able to see it. It actually has Russell Green River on it, which is always a nice putty knife. Screwdriver. Nice little, like an axe pick, maybe auto body, not sure. Standard sledge. I don't think there's anything crazy about this one. Clean it up, see if there's a name on it somewhere, but small sledges are always good to have. This thing is big. Probably was for auto body. It might have even been homemade, but I thought that was cool. I got a bunch of these. These are all leather punches. I have some coming up soon, within the next week or two, of a different set that I have that will be on sale, or on auction on eBay. So that's coming up within the next week. I should have those listed. Another wood handle putty knife. I probably didn't need to get that one. Crap one. Another wood handle. These older ones have the rosewood handles. That's why I pick them up. This looked like a block of rosewood, and that was why I picked it up. I will have a closer look at a later date, but I'll sand it down. I'm hoping that's a nice block of rosewood on that. This, look, what we got, hang on. And it's just a little mortise chisel. Pocket knife. I did not open it up. I did not even see if it was, it's busted up, but it won't open. I'm going to have to de-rust if I can, but pocket knife. This looked like, this is similar to the gauge, the Stanley gauge, but it's not. It says Jordan on it. Okay? So, I've never heard of it. It's got the gauge style, or similar to the gauge style adjustment, but I will have a whack at de-rusting. It is in rough, but I think manageable shape. I think we can do something with that. And an old Bic pen. Nope, not a Bic. Never mind, just a crap pen. Alright, hang on, bear with me. This one, this bucket here. Let's talk about this bad boy. Probably can't do that to you. Probably didn't work. This bucket here was the find of the day. The guy's ad in my app said tools, lots of tools, lots of tools. There were no pictures. I normally do not go to sales that don't have pictures because they're usually a waste of time. However, this was not the case with this. What I have here is an absolutely gorgeous, and I'll have to see if I can find a maker's name on it. It's an absolutely gorgeous router plane with the blade in it. It's got the previous owner's initials right there. Very nice find. I'm very happy with that one. This is, I thought this might, yeah, it's a Stanley. It's not an older one. It looks like one of the, it's a USA. Seeing 60 in there, I think. So I think this is a 60. It's in relatively good condition. It's going to need very, very minimal cleaning. And it'll be a perfect user. Absolutely nothing wrong with that at all. This one is a 9 1/4. Always nice to find these. They don't get a whole heck of a lot of money, but they're nice. They're users. Again, it's in fairly decent condition and not horrible. Now, some of the goodies. Got a flint edge dynamic. Nice little hatchet. We've got a gigantic True Temper flint edge Kelly Works. That's got to be a 5-inch blade. I mean, as big as my hand is, I don't know reference wise, but it's got to be a good 3.5 pound, if not 4. It's not in horrible shape, except it is chippy, but that can all be redone by somebody. Alright, what else we got in here? Always love to find these. That's the Plum Boy Scout. Genuine plum. And it needs a little cleaning, but that's gonna come up absolutely beautiful. Has the original handle on it, which is always nice. So that one's there. And by the way, the axes and the sledges that you saw me pulling out in the last What's in the Jeep video, I have removed the broken handles from the axes. I have about 11 of those to clean, and I got a couple of the big sledge handles off. So those will be coming up for sale soon. I did leave a couple of the nicer handles on the axes, so I'll be doing one of my few attempts at mailing them without taking off the handles, which I don't like doing, but I will on this occasion. Anyhow, this is a crap hand plane, but it's one of the ones that was probably put out during wartime. It's you know, just cheap pressed metal. Thought it'd be neat. I might put it with a bunch of other ones. I've got several chisels here. That one, the smaller one's a Buck Brothers for sure. Oh, this is a nice Addis and Son, a little one. This guy, I can't read the name on it right now. I want to say N-O-R-D. Sorby. That's a nice Sorby. This looked like a Stanley. It is not. It is a Union. Nice handle on it though. Those I usually sell the handles separate. There's no reason to sell them together. Another Buck Brothers. Nothing wrong with that. A nice metal Stanley. All metal. These again, these don't get a whole bunch, but it's steady bread and butter money on tools. This guy, he's got the phantom bevels on him. I like that, but I'll have to clean him up to see if I can find a name on it. Just a roofing hatchet head, but I thought it was a little more unique with the phantom bevels than most. Got a marking gauge, and I don't see a name off the top of my head, but a little older, not too bad. It looks like it never had a shoe on it. So possibly just a replacement head, or who knows. Anyhow, lead. I love finding lead. I'm weird. It's like a 5-pound block. Hewitt Metals Corporation X-Wiping Solder. And Stanley 60. Put those together into a bundle. I always do those nicely. Excuse me. This is Bell System. I don't know if that's going to show up on there. That's a Bell System hatchet. And probably the original handle. And then on this side, it'll need to be cleaned, but it does have the True Temper mark. Hey. This is a unusual, probably it was a blacksmith. It's got a long handle on it. Again, I'll have to clean it to see if I can find a name. I don't see one off the top of my head here, and it's a little, you know, crusty, but it's not in bad shape actually. It could be for auto body, could be for blacksmithing. Found a, what is that one? Bartow? I'm not familiar enough with my saws. Barton Brothers out of Sheffield. And that's a little more unusual. It's missing the backs. It was split nut. But each of those two smaller badges has something on it as well. And I like to clean these as little as possible, but I can barely make out Sheffield on the back bar. But that was a nice find. I mean, this was all in this one location from this green bucket here. One location. I love it. Got a little bicycle wrench here. Trying to see if it's I see something here. Jordan something. Jordan something, New York. I liked it because it was, well, bicycle wrenches always do well, even though I have to put a couple together. But I like this one because of the different design on this one. Most of them aren't of that nature. If anybody knows what this thing is for. It's got a hole. It's got a bar. It's got like a gap. Was it a handle? I don't know. I grabbed it because it was neat looking. Sometimes I do that. And then I've got two of these guys. And I think they're for trimming veneer. That's what they look like they're for. Either trimming veneer or trimming stairs. Something like that. Most likely they were homemade, but not recently. And I don't see a brand on the irons, but they're neat. So I picked those up. This is all from that same lot. This guy just had tools upon tools. He told me everything was for sale except for the old vintage cars back there. I said that was fine. That wouldn't fit in the back of my truck. It's just a small little saw. This bad boy caught my eye. Look at that thing. It's a strap axe head. Strap handle axe head. Look at that bad boy. Let's get this down here. You can see this bad boy. This thing is really just cool. Very, very cool. So antique, so vintage. I love stuff like this. I'm going to do a little bit of cleaning on it. I'm not going to go crazy. Just to get some of the surface rust off to make sure there's no cracks, breaks. Maybe there'd be a name under it. 9 times out of 10 when I take the rust off these things, they're in good condition underneath. It's just been, you know, sitting somewhere too long doing the wrong thing. This was one of my favorite finds. I just love finding this stuff. Sequitachi, or however you pronounce that. And it's just a handle, hasn't been used. Hasn't been used. Indian Fire Hickory. Yeah, these always sell really well. A little bit of dirt and grime. So, that's okay though. That was a good find. Another small saw. Nice little handle. Just be for jewelers or for small detail work, dovetailing. Okay. I got a Stanley 20. I'm going to have one of these coming up for sale if I don't already. I think I might have just listed it. So there is one of something similar to this online. There, it's modern. It's not, you know, it's got the block logo. It's not an older one. Useful tool still. This one, I believe, is Distin, just because of the shape. Oh wait, no, it could be a Stanley. Could be a Stanley. I don't see the mark on this one, but I'll clean that up a little bit. So, but again, just useful tool. Nice big size. Nice big size screwdriver. There is a mark on that. I don't know if that's going to show up. Looks like a heart. Hang on. Oop. I see a heart in a manufacturing company, but I don't see anything else on that. But that was kind of cool. That was a good one. What else is in the bucket? This is not too old. Hang on. What world does that say? Oh, it's a Distin. That's a Distin. So that's an, you know, a basic sliding T-square. Basic sliding T-square. Alright, and then a couple of these handles, because they do look like the Stanleys. Although I didn't find the Stanleys, I think somebody else might have picked them up before me. Because you know that these things go to like the 750s, and they have not been reshaped on the end, which is always good, because it means that they haven't technically been fitted properly to a tool yet, which means that they will refinish really nicely and be reused quite nicely. I've had this thing before, but and I sort of stopped picking them up. But I got one because it was a little bit complete. I like that they're complete. It's like this adding system in Germany, and it's it's one of those things. They don't get a whole lot, but Adfeet Junior. Okay, so that's my haul for today. I was quite happy with it, especially like this. Oh, the flint edge. It's just awesome rusty goodness. And I'm going to go inside now. I'm going to bring these in. I'm going to catalog it so that I have it for my records. And hopefully within the next week or two I will get around to cleaning some of these. And I will have them for you. And then you can get a chance to own them. Because I don't do this to keep them 9 times out of 10. And that's all I've got for today. So thank you for joining me with what's in the Jeep. And you have an outstanding weekend. And just in case, so that I don't forget, may the 4th be with you. Have a great day, everybody.